Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome Brooks Koepka to the media room. A 65 yesterday, a 67 today, bogey-free, including playing the par fives, 5 under. Brooks, talk us through your round.
Yeah, it was really solid. Didn't really do too much wrong. Maybe the speed kind of got me on a few putts. Wasn't hitting them hard enough there towards the end, but striking the ball really well, leaving it in good spots, and it's what you got to do. You got to make birdies in these par fives, take advantage of them, and did a good job of that, playing in 5 under.
Daniel.
Brooks, you're obviously feeling a lot better than you have been in the past. As far as timelines go, when did you start to really turn the corner and think, okay, I can get back to the player that I was before?
Probably towards the end of last year. I felt it. It was coming. It wasn't exactly all the way there. Probably, I'd say January. I knew I was back. Just from working with Claude, working with AC in the gym, I knew everything was right where it needed to be, strength-wise, mobility-wise, and being able to do things golf swing.
Daniel.
Brooks, when you won 4 majors from 2017 to 19, it seemed like you couldn't lose and you knew it. How similar is this feeling?
I don't know. I don't think too far ahead. I just take it right now. The feeling's probably pretty similar. I feel really good. I like the way I'm swinging the golf club, like the way I'm putting it, like the way I'm chipping it, driving it. Iron plays solid. It feels really similar.
David.
Hey, Brooks. How much doubt crept in during that period? Jim Gray back here, your other way.
Just kidding.
Hey, how much doubt crept in, and were the frustrations mounting so much that you thought you'd never return to the player that you were?
The only time I ever thought about not playing was if I couldn't move the way I wanted to. If I wasn't going to be able to move the way I wanted to, I didn't want to play the game anymore. It was just that simple. There was definitely moments of that last year. Last year was pretty tough. Just a lot of frustration. It felt like I should have been ahead of where I was. Some other things off the course happened, and it just doesn't put you in a good mood. And it's tough to wake up every day and go through the whole grind. And it takes you 20 minutes just to get out of bed and move it. But a lot better now. It's kind of changed up the workout routine a little bit, and started working with somebody different. And it's been a huge help being able to get the strength back.
Luke.
Brooks, you mentioned your mobility and being able to move in certain ways. I'm wondering what specifically you can do with your golf swing now that you maybe couldn't do before because of the injury.
When the knee was messed up, I was afraid to get back on it, to load it my right side, and then so it was more of like a stack and tilt. I would just get on the left side and then back up out of it. The awkward lies were not fun, but now it's so much easier to be able to load, get that full turn of rotation going back. It's tough when you're just playing it on your left side and afraid there's no power there either, and it was kind of the frustrating part.
Alan.
Brooks, what kind of an impact would 50 degrees and damp weather have with the knee? You affect with the feeling you would have in the knee if you with your swing tomorrow?
It should be fine. I go through a pretty good warm-up routine, and Mark Wall, my physio, he gets it moving. I'll probably go to the gym in the morning. It'll be fine. So I'll be loosened up, and plus I think probably 52 at 2 o'clock or whenever the last tee time might be. It'll definitely be a little bit warmer, but towards the end, I mean, I've already moved it for 4.5, 5 hours, so I don't expect anything.
Doug.
A couple things, Brooks. When you were lining up or waiting to putt for your eagle on 13, you must have been in a crouch, like a catcher's stance for, it looked like close to a minute. How good did that feel compared with where you were 2 years ago when you couldn't even look at a putt? And secondly, on putting, I just wondered if you could speak to the number of, 6 to 8 foot par putts you made on the front nine at the start of your round.
Yeah, I'll just speak on the putts. I think they were just big momentum putts. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of been lacking, along with playing bad, making bad decisions. It's just kind of been those momentum swingers. They haven't gone in for me. But also, you kind of create your own momentum anyways. And I think making those was huge, just kind of going forward, getting through the rest of the round, trying to keep it bogey-free. And then was able to do it. But as far as crouching down, it feels good. It feels really good. Being able to just get down and not have to think about it. Because every time I went down, I was reminded of it. I was reminded of the slip, the trying to put it back in, and then finally getting it to go in, and all the rehab and all that stuff. So every time I went down, it was just, I was getting angry with myself because I was just thinking, like, man, how stupid was this?
Steve?
Brooks, there's only been about 20 men who have won 5 or more majors. I'm just curious if you've allowed yourself to think about what that adding another one would mean to your legacy, maybe more specifically what adding this one would mean to your legacy.
Yeah, I mean, the whole goal is to create the Grand Slam, right? I feel like all the greats have won here, and they've all won British Opens as well. So, look, it's just, I guess, one more box I need to tick for me to feel like I've truly done what I should have accomplished in this game.
Krishwami?
The feeling is pretty similar to what it was between 17 and 19. And you said you feel a lot better. How far do you think you are from the Brooks of 19?
I don't think far off at all. I mean, I've got a completely different knee, so the normal's a little bit different, but swing-wise, it still feels the same. I'm able to do everything I need to, so, I mean, and the confidence is there. The confidence was just lost just because of my knee, and that was it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how close are you?
How what?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how close are you to Brooks of 19?
I don't know. I'm what, 3 years older? So that makes a big difference. I don't know, I feel the same, man.
Adam?
Brooks, over here. When you reviewed the video of 15 yesterday, what did Ricky explain as what he said? What was he saying at that point? It really looked like he was saying 5.
Yeah, I think is what they said was they were signaling to somebody else, or he was signaling to somebody of what it was. It wasn't Butchie, because they asked us what we hit walking down the fairway, so they had no idea.
Brendan?
Brooks, when you said last week that you missed playing against Rory and Scotty and the like, how much of that is playing against them, like being around or, practice rounds, whatever, and how much of it was like competing at this highest level?
I think it's all just competing. I see those guys down at the Grove all the time. See the guys at Medalist, see guys just out and about practicing. I think there's probably about, 6 of us that live probably within a quarter mile of each other. So we end up running into each other a good bit, but it's just competitively where you miss playing against them, right? Like, you want Roy to play his best, and Scotty to play his best, and John to play his best, and go toe-to-toe with them. And I do miss that. That is one thing that I do miss, and that's why I think it makes these majors so cool.
If I can follow up, so how do you feel about only having a couple shots a year? How does that kind of sit with you?
It is what it is. It's the situation we've got right now, so I can't do anything about it. I just go play.
Barry?
Brooks at number 8. To get to that front pin, what are you thinking there? How do you execute that one? And is that a shot that you could not make off an uneven lie with your knee a couple of years ago?
Definitely not a few years ago. The uphill lies were killer, just because I couldn't get my weight going forward. I couldn't push off. So I think we had 256 all. And to be honest with you, there was a bit of mud that was stuck on the front of the ball that was kind of odd, and kind of wasn't sure if it was going to fly off or what it was going to do. But, luckily it was right where it needed to be. I thought it was a good number, but you're not trying to go past that pin. You're trying to kind of leave it short where Danny Willett chipped in from.
And the club was?
3 iron.
Kevin?
Brooks, you were pretty determined to play in this tournament a few years ago, right after you'd had surgery. What drove that decision? Why play instead of get healthy and miss?
I didn't want to miss this. I've missed enough majors. I missed this one in, I think maybe it was the year P. Reed won. I missed the major Bryson won. I missed like 3 or 4 through that whole stretch of 16 to 20. I missed a good bit of them, and I wasn't. I don't know. I was just tired of it. It felt like glass. It was always breaking. It's not fun, but I feel a lot better now. So, to be here is special. It's a special event. So.
Rath.
Brooks, is there an extra pressure to knowing that you're effectively playing for future exemptions, given the sort of current situation around rankings?
Well, I guess, yeah, if you play well enough, you'd still be in the top 50 if you play well enough in all the majors. But yeah, if you win one here, it kind of ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't it?
Joy.
Brooks, can you just tell us, when you were playing last year, how much of a change in your swing you had to do to compete last year, and probably how much of a change then you had to make once your knee feels better, and the role of Claude in all that?
Yeah, I think I got probably to the low point when we were at Trump's place in Bedminster. Walked in the locker room, and I think my physio, Mark Wall, was just kind of waiting for that true low point to hit. And I just said to him, I think I need to go back to Claude and start working with Claude again. Doing it on my own wasn't working for me, and Claude's helped a tremendous bit, right? To me, I think some of the 3 best coaches in the game. You got Claude, Pete, and Jeff working on. Claude's working on full swing, Pete's working on short game, and Jeff's on putting. But it was definitely a lot of changes, a lot of weird feelings, but it was the same stuff we worked on from 2000, I don't know, when we started working, 2012 or 13, till the point I left.
Is it the same swing as it was, or has things changed because of your leg?
No, nothing's changed, as far as I know. If it is, he hasn't told me. So.
Robert.
Brooks, is that the time there when you went back to Claude? Is that when the confidence started to turn around, or did it take a little while? Would it have been maybe as late as when you won in the fall, or can you pinpoint kind of when you started to see that mindset change?
It definitely didn't happen right away. I think there was a few moments where it was like, okay, I can see it. Something on the horizon. It's coming, definitely getting better. But it really didn't. Even when we played and won in Saudi, I still didn't feel like I had it fully back. I thought it was just kind of okay. I just got it around really well. But yeah, like I said, I think it was probably right around we got done in Miami. I think. Was that October, November, where I was like, okay, this is definitely getting, at the end of November, it was getting pretty good. And then, January kind of all started clicking.
What happened in Oman this year? Was that just a blip, or obviously just the result, you missing a cut at that event, just at least on the surface, doesn't look good?
Yeah, I mean, well, on Friday, I kind of got, I don't like to make excuses, but I kind of definitely didn't have a good tee time. It was blowing pretty bad, and I wasn't under full control of my golf ball. So that played a part. I mean, a lot of it's on me, but when it's blowing 35, it's very tough, and I've always historically kind of struggled on slow greens. So it was a combination of putting bad and not being able to control your ball. But I was just playing to get reps. I needed more reps. I thought 3 events wasn't enough, and that's why I'm playing 4 days and going out there and seeing where I was at. And it ultimately led to last week and this week, so it played a part.
Ian.
Brooks, obviously the Friday of last year's Masters was a bitterly disappointing day. This is clearly a very satisfying day. I just wonder emotionally if you can kind of reflect on the journey you've been on in the course of the intervening year.
Yeah, I think last year, I don't even know if I should be saying this, but I'm pretty sure I tried to break the back window with my fist of the car. I tried to put it through the back window, not once, but twice. First time didn't go, so figured to try it again. Yeah, it was just a lot of frustration last year. Super annoying, but like I said, I've come a long way since then. It's a lot of it. It's pretty much all health related.
Anand.
Brooks, 12 under on Friday. Faldo, Woods, and Cabrera have won on that number. Is it sort of frightening to see what you can do? Because you mentioned this yesterday that you left some shots today also. Did you feel maybe you left those shots on 9 and 10 per at least? And the second part of it is, what kind of mindset do you need going into Saturday, Sunday to make sure that you're not taking the foot off the pedal?
Same mindset. You got me this far, so it should be all right on Saturday, Sunday. It's just up to me whether I play good or not. Simple. But yeah, like I said, I like the way I'm playing. It's just I've seen it come in for a little bit, so I'm very pleased.
And also being at 12 under on a Friday, is that sort of something that you can prepare for before Thursday?
Sorry?
Being 12 under through Friday, is that something that can even cross your mind at the Masters before starting your round on Thursday?
I don't know. I just take it one shot at a time, one hole at a time, whatever I got in front of me. I don't think far ahead at all. I'm just interested in the shot I'm looking to hit at that current moment. I'm not thinking one hole ahead. I'm not thinking if I birdie this, I'm going to get to that. It's just whatever the moment is, I just go with it.
You feel you left some shots there today?
Today? Yeah, you always leave shots out there.
Dan?
Brooks, if you had been this healthy at the time, would the LIV decision have been more challenging?
Sorry, the first part?
If you had been as healthy as you are right now and your attitude toward your game, would the LIV decision have been a more challenging choice?
Honestly, yeah, probably, if I'm being completely honest. I think it would have been, but I'm happy with the decision I made.
Steve?
Just to follow up on the incident with the back window of the car, did that happen here? And the second shot, did you crack the window, or did
No,
you manage to?
the window did not break.
The window survived?
Yeah, the window did not break. Apparently I'm not strong enough. Yeah, it was just right outside the, whatever you want to call it, the caddy hut or whatever. The ride home was pretty silent. I think just a lot of frustration. But yeah, I guess Mercedes makes a pretty good back window.
Daniel?
Brooks, you said you wouldn't have kept playing if you didn't feel like you could move the way you wanted to. Would you have played golf for fun, or would you have just been done playing golf?
Good question. I don't know. I think I probably would have picked him up occasionally, maybe a couple times a year, but that would have been about it. To me, this is my job. I love it, yeah, but it's not my life. You know, it's very difficult to say. I think if I definitely put him down, I've been lucky to play maybe twice a month.
Brooks, you were saying that when you won in Saudi, in Jeddah, you were not at top of your game. You didn't feel very confident even at that time. But how important was that week, and the fact that Chase's birthday was that week, and the things that your team did? How important was that week in getting you in the right mindset, as you have already?
Yeah, it came at the right time. I think I definitely needed it. But there was, like I said, there was just a lot going on in my life, and it just came at a perfect time. And whether that, I don't know if that spurred a little bit of confidence or what else it did, but just kind of kept it going, where I didn't feel like, all right, I can't do this anymore. I felt some momentum starting to build, so that it did. I mean, it's led me to this.
The bright car get Did you get the bright car that you wanted to get for Chase?
Oh, for my brother, yeah, I think we got back from Saudi Monday, and I think we went Tuesday, and he got his car.
Joel.
What was that?
He's got a white one.
Joel.
Brooks, you showed a side of yourself that a lot of golf fans haven't really seen when you participate in the Netflix show. Since that show's come out, have you seen a warmer embrace from fans?
I don't know. I think, to be honest with you, I've gotten kind of mixed reviews on that one. Some guy had a good chirp last week as I was finishing up, coming down 18. He was chirping. He said, "We all saw Netflix. We know what you're going to do." I thought that was pretty good. So you got some people that think that way, and then some people that probably just think, hey, they got to see a different side of me that they normally don't get to see. Because, like I've always said it, what you see on the golf course is not what you get off of it.
Jeff.
Brooks, yesterday after when you reviewed things with the committee, did you look at video and besides what Ricky was seen mouthing, did you review what looks like your hand showing the letter 5 very briefly?
Yeah, we were just, when I finished today's round, they were brought in mine. Like I said, I'm taking my glove off. The last thing I'm going to do is give it to Gary Woodland, U.S. Open champ. And the funny part about it is, I think if he would have known we were hitting 5, he would have hit 6. Because I don't think Gary's that short, and he was definitely 10 in front of me, 12 in front of me. So, I don't know. You guys do the math.
So you looked again today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Today was just about my hand or my glove. But I don't know if you're supposed to take your glove off, your fist closed, or what now. So.
Brooks, thank you very much for a great interview. We like the way you're playing too, and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.